Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you have all the details needed to stay updated with all the courses, content and any information that I'm coming up with. So let's get started for today's video.
Hi, welcome to Edipulse. Now this is one of the questions which I have been asked many times by my friends and people who know that I am into the field of project management and portfolio management. What does a project manager do, or what are the core roles? What do you exactly do in that role, in that footsteps? So that's what we are going to discuss today. Let's see project manager's role in a nutshell. Now, there are many elaborations of the role. There are roles and responsibilities which we can discuss for hours, or maybe we can list them down in a different way. But today we are just going to talk that in a very nutshell. The first thing that I think a project manager does is oversees project from the beginning till the end. When you say start to finish, from the inception where you are analyzing whether a project is worth to be taken for, from the budgeting to the planning and getting it approved from the sponsor. All of these things are where project manager is surely involved. But the actual role starts when you get a kickoff or a sign off from your project sponsor. That's your start as a project manager for the role of a project management in that particular project. To when we are saying finish is the stage where you are either closing the project or transitioning it from the current state, the closure state, to the maintenance or likewise. Okay, so ensuring effective communication across stakeholders is one of the major roles that a PM has to do every day, every moment, making sure that you are informing everybody and keeping them in a loop. When I say everybody, it's every stakeholder, internal, external. It can be your client, your team members, it can be a business analyst, anyone who is directly or indirectly influenced or affected by the changes or outcomes of a project or day-to-day working of a project should be communicated for the project on readily basis proactively. That's one of the key roles, and that's where your efficiency as a project manager in communication comes into place. Next is a timely completion of project. Obviously, a delayed project is always going to land you up in more costing. That means you're losing your cost. Your schedule baseline is moving, so you are missing your baseline, you're missing your schedule. Overall, you are actually not able to deliver on time. It's not advisable, though in practical scenarios baselines do change. There are amendments that are taken up, but that doesn't mean that you can just sit with it. You have to amend everything, do upgrade to your processes, your schedule timelines, costing likewise. So timely completion of project work, it is surely one of the core roles of project manager. You have to oversee that you try to stay on the schedule and other baselines that you actually start with the project. Identifying potential blockers and remove them. Now, no matter which methodology you're using, one of the core roles is that you should be a facilitator for your team. For any blockers, you foresee them and find the quickest way to resolve the conflicts or any kind of impediments. Managing teams, including mentoring and ensuring that sufficient team training is done. So as a project manager, you're also a leader for your team, who has to be a mentor at times, who has to be a friend, and sometimes a person who can just guide them authoritatively as well based on the situation. So managing your teams and making sure they have sufficient knowledge about the project, enough training that they need, is really important. So when we talk about project managers' core responsibilities, the one that comes into my mind when you even start the project is identifying its goals, needs, scope, risks, as well as tasks and the resources. Now, identified tasks would not be something that will come up front when you start a project, but you always know the scope of the project and the high level tasks or the activities, not the detailed work breakdown structure I'm talking about here. But yes, this is again one of the core responsibilities, because once you move from initiation to planning, you have to do WBS breakup, where you transition each of the high level features or work items into the smaller ones, the tasks, and then you start executing them. So that's definitely one of the core responsibilities. Secondly, you also have to make sure that you're planning well. Once you plan and execute, your monitoring has to be intact and you are documenting tasks throughout the project. You need to ensure that your delivery of tasks, deliverables, and project materials is on time as per the schedule and commitments. You have to always keep monitoring them so that they stay on the set schedule or the baselines that you set them for. And if there is any deviation, you are the one who has to take the corrective actions. Effectively, you need to communicate with your stakeholders for the project status on timely basis that you have set up in your communication plan. You have to ensure that all these things are properly documented, and there should be knowledge sharing across the teams. So it can be through a shared drive, it can be SharePoint, some other ways to do it, but it has to be circulated in terms of processes, requirements, reports, etc. You can utilize different project management tools there, but the intent is that the communication has to be upfront and clear along with the documentation. And finally, the delivery of value. When you take up a project, you always have an objective or a goal. The major objective, which I feel for any delivery, is that it should at the end deliver value to the end customer, to the sponsor, to people who are involved, and to you as a project manager. So delivering value with quality results and success of the project definitely is one of the core responsibilities of a project manager. So when we talk about project management framework, we are then talking about all of these together. So it's completely set up together, blend together all of these things: scope, cost, time, quality, communications, risk, procurement, resources, so that we can deliver business value. So the core objective of any project management framework is to always deliver the business value with the set processes, tools which are uniform across the organization, which bring you value. Well, it's quite difficult for anyone to cover project management role and all these framework materials in just a small video. There'll be more videos coming for more information that can help you. If you still have any specific questions, you don't have to worry. Just reach out to me directly on this channel. You can leave a comment in the comment box. You can email to me in the given email address. Please do subscribe or like if it is helpful for you and you want to stay updated with the forthcoming lectures and the valuable inputs that can help you in your career growth or any certifications that are coming from my side. So stay tuned, stay well, cheers.